Hello there. My name is Katie Delaney. I've been coaching Odyssey of the Mind for 3 years, and I often get the question, what is Odyssey of the Mind? So I'm here to give you a little bit of an explanation on this video. Odyssey of the Mind is a creative competition. So how do you compete in creativity? Well, there are two portions to the competition. The first portion is the long-term problem, and the second portion is called spontaneous. In the long-term problem, the team has to create an 8-minute skit. They get to choose from 5 different categories. The first one is a vehicle problem in which they build some type of vehicle. The second problem is a technical problem where they build a robot or some type of machine. The third problem is called classics. That's when they refer to a classical novel or a classical story and build a story out of that. The fourth one is the one that's probably the most well-known in Odyssey of the Mind. It's the balsa wood problem. They build a balsa wood tower that weighs very, very little for the amount of weight that gets put on it. And during the skit, they put weights on top until the balsa tower fails, and they get scored on the weight and on the skit. And the last one is a dramatic problem. So the kids have to have a story that's super dramatic and super fun. Oh, and before I forget, if your kids are kindergarten through 2nd grade, they're in a separate category called primary. They have a separate problem that they get to do that's a little bit less challenging than all the rest of the first 5 I mentioned. Spontaneous is a portion of the competition where the team shows up and they have no previous knowledge of what their question is going to be. There are 3 different types of questions that are presented within this portion of the competition. The first type of spontaneous is called verbal. It is exactly as it sounds. It is a verbal question. So the quintessential example would be, name something that is red. And someone might say, a stop sign, an apple. Well, those aren't as creative, so they might get 1 point. But if they said, a book, that might be considered more creative, and they would get 5 points. As you can see here, my team is practicing spontaneous, the verbal portion, and I promise you it's a lot more fun than it looks. Those are their thinking faces. The second type of spontaneous question is called hands-on, and it's also exactly as it sounds. The kids use their hands to build something. That might be a bridge, or that might be trying to get certain balls into certain areas for a certain amount of points. Here is an example of a hands-on practice that we had with the kids. The last type of spontaneous question is called verbal hands-on. It's a mix between the two. So an example would be, here are a whole bunch of materials, build some kind of monster. And the second part would be, make a story about the monster. This video helped you get an understanding of what Odyssey of the Mind's competition is all about. However, it's not just about the competition. There's so much more. And I'll post some more videos about what that is. Please stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.